Hello, everybody. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. I am known as Autumn. I still have the border from yesterday because it's leftovers day. Although technically, I guess I could change it. Let me see, what else have I got down here? Today we're kind of doing leftover questions because it's leftover day, first ever leftover day. So I was actually going to go through some unanswered questions that I've written down, and then I was going to go through and see, if anybody else has anything else they want me to cover. But there's quite a bit. There've been quite a bit of good questions recently that I think we should go through. I think like there's the good one here. Will Biden lower the Social Security age to 60? I mean, things like that, where it's going to have a real effect. So yeah, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, what have I got here? I think this is the one I had. Let's try this one. Oh, there we go. Let's do that. All right. Okay. There, that seems appropriate. All right, and I have my tea. I should take this out before it gets too strong. Thank you so much for being here. I'm starting to think about the end of the year and what I have done this year. And a year ago, I had just started these daily live streams. Hello, kitten. I had just started these daily live streams. I didn't show my face until October, mid-October. But now I'm much more out here, and I'd like to think I've helped a little this year. I don't have delusions about. I think by now I don't have delusions of grandeur. There's nothing I do that you can't. But I hope I've helped. And so this last month, I really just want to enjoy Christmas, and I want to get lots of writing done. I'd like to finish a short that I'm working on, a short story, and just kind of set up for this coming year. I imagine I'm just going to. Oh, thank you, Renee. I imagine I'm just going to keep doing this for 2021. I don't know that I would do anything different, but yeah, that's just kind of what I'm thinking. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. All right, and I have my tea, I have my pen, I have my cards, I have lots of questions here. So actually, instead of writing, I think I might just highlight the ones I covered today. Hello, precious one. There he is. I'll just highlight the ones from today. Get my little weak orange highlighter here. And so I'll know what we covered. So that, and okay. So normally you just put whatever in the chat is in all caps. That's how you communicate with me. And then if I don't answer your question, or I don't read on your question, it is never anything personal, I promise. I'm not mad at anybody. I don't hold grudges against anybody. Yeah. So, and 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. It has happened ever since the channel was monetized. It will continue into the future. So anyway, all right, let me get some good old cards out here. Let's get some good old classic Rider Waite with the beautiful pearl gray, faintly greenish backs. All right, let's get this going. I need you. Seriously, I'd be just doing all this by myself, going, hi. Will you sit on my lap for a little bit? I would love if you would sit on my lap. Yes, I would, because you are the good kitty. And tough. He's a cat. All right. You guys have great questions, but I'm just right now I'm just going to go over some questions that have been asked that haven't been answered first. But I will then later on. I'll probably open the floor then. So, and I'm here every day. Ooh, leftover pound cake. For lunch. I'm having my leftover. Well, my impossible pumpkin pie. I messed with the recipe, and it's somewhere between a crustless pie and pumpkin bread, but it was good. But I've got another piece of it. That's my lunch with some cocoa. So, drive-by cuteness, exactly, Pink. You guys are so great. I'm so grateful for you. All right, Biden, are you going to lower the Social Security age? Okay, we are at, how am I going to do this? I'm going to do this. I'm going to get out. Oh, it's a very yellow day. I'm going to get out a little Post-it note and put it on my desk. All right. So starting pretty early today, so at about 7, Biden, lower Social Security age to 60. Okay. All right. My neighbors have this gargantuan inflatable Santa and tree. At the end today, I might spin it around so you can see. It's a thing. It's quite a thing. And starting on the 1st, I have some Christmas overlays to use. I've got most of the Christmas covers ready for the video, the daily live streams. I just have to finish up with that and put them in. Oh, December 1st, in a few days, be my 700th video on the channel. So that'll be fun too. All right, Biden, are you going to lower Social Security age to 60? It doesn't feel good. It feels it's actually like the pressure's going the other direction. Like they may raise it to 70. Just the national debt's so high. Yeah, this doesn't feel good. I'm sorry. That would be wonderful. But they're going to look at a lot of options. Americans are living longer, is what that's saying. And they're healthier in general. That's interesting. This right here, this feels like some progress in the science of aging. That's nice. I like that. So that we're healthier longer. You know what? I got it. We've got to look at that. We've got to look at that. So, breakthroughs. In aging soon. Okay, we're sort of at like 10. Breakthroughs in aging. How great would that be? Oh, cheesy mice. Wanted to put my Christmas lights up outside today, but it's raining. Hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, I have some little tiny wreaths I'm putting on the doors. So just be the one little circle right there. Are there going to be breakthroughs in aging soon? So people can live longer, live healthier. Hello, Michelle. First, hello. Helped me through. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Okay, there are multiple causes of aging. All right. We know that. We know that. All right. The old stand. There's a lot of competition. Anybody who manages to do it is going to make a lot of money. I'm getting a lot of competition. I'm getting a lot of competition. I'm getting that because you're fighting that's an uphill battle. And it feels like if there's a breakthrough, they're going to be like lawsuits to, no, it's mine. I came up with it first. No, but I think there will be. I wish I could get more of a time frame. See if I can get any information, more of a time frame. Breakthroughs in aging so people will be healthier, live longer. That would be wonderful. More time for you if you can manage to get any savings, it would give it more time to grow. Or in crises like this happen, or in the 2008 financial crash, it would give more time to recover. Time, the big enemy. Oh, let's see. Okay, it's feeling like over the next 30 years. For the next 30 years, there are going to be massive advancements in computing, in science, the world is going to be not unrecognizable, but wow. Just, you can't wrap your head around it. It's going to be so different. There's going to be so much. So 10, 20, 30 years, something, it's not like in the next few years, unfortunately. It's going to be over the next few decades, but I think there's some stuff coming, some good stuff coming. And I'm for anything that lessens the amount of suffering in the world. Deepa, Israeli scientist claims to reverse aging in blood cells. Oh, there we go. I read something recently. They had, by putting people in what's the word? Is it bariatric? No. The pressure chambers, the air pressure chambers that they'll put you in, like for diving and stuff. But anyway, they put people in that with a certain amount of air, oxygen, something, and they think that the people actually, their telomeres actually grew, and then there was less kind of the zombie dead cells. So Susan, the problem with living longer is no one wants to employ older people. Ageism is a great prejudice. Well, Susan, the thing is, though, we're learning. We're getting better. I think it's, the next great thing to battle. So, especially with the sheer number with that glut of baby boomers who are now older. But I hear what you're saying. Decompression chambers, yes. Thank you. Hyperbaric. Thank you, Connie. I think, hyperbaric. Bariatric is weight. Hyperbaric. Thank you, Connie. Hyperbaric chambers. Phyllis. Thank you. Impish artist. You guys are so great. Hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Thank you, David. Excellent. So anyway, it's coming. It's coming. All right, what else have we got here? So we got that taken care of. Well, since we're talking about technology, let's just have a quick look at 1630. Biden, is he going to keep Space Force? What is the future of Space Force? Okay, the future of Space Force. Ooh, Nancy's saying it's hyperbaric. Thank you. Divers use them. There are many ways to lengthen telomeres. Meditation is a tested one. Ooh, nice. Space Force. Irma is sniffy. Basically, it's the new branch of the military. So, is Biden going to keep that going? And what's the future of Space Force? Space Force. It's the dumbest name. They're not going to have a whole lot to do for a while, but there is going to come a point where I'm seeing like there does reach a point where we are going to. It's like small colonies on the moon, small colonies on Mars, rescue. People will be traveling long distances through to like rich people, like deciding I'm going to go like visit Jupiter or something. And it's like, don't do that, you big, no, you can't deal with the gravity of Jupiter. You can't deal, and there's like one of the moons of Jupiter and then Jupiter itself. There's this immense amount of electromagnetic and radiation and stuff that's flowing between this moon of Jupiter and Jupiter itself because of what the moon's made out of. And if you fly, like just fly right between that, you'd be dead. It's like, you're an idiot. So they're going to be some, like, they'll be rescuing. It's a noble cause. And I'm a Trekkie at heart, so I'm not going to be against it. Fighting for funding has a bad reputation because it was started under Sniffy. It's going to be slow going. It's going to be slow going, which it's just going to be slow. It's going to have to fight for, the main thing is going to fight for funding. You know, the Trump era ends, the new era begins. They're going to have to fight for funding. But it's going to be necessary the more we're out in space. So it's just going to reach a point where it's just going to start ramping up in the future. But for now, it's kind of And there's so much else that needs to be done. So it's just not going to get the priority it needs. But it'll make it a lot easier to fix satellites and try to get some of the debris and trash. Eventually, they're going to have things, they're going to have to start with things like that. It's going to start with rescue, cleaning up, because it's incredibly dangerous to try to clean up the space junk. So, okay. Rob, thank you for that warning about Jupiter and one of its moons. Okay, just make a note. Just make a note, Rob. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we've got here. Laura Ingram. All right. It is like 21:30. Laura Ingram. And we were having such a nice time. Okay. Does she actually believe the stuff that she spouts? I mean, I linked to a video of hers, a 10-minute video of hers on the community page earlier in the week. And so the question that not only came up, but someone actually even, it got cut off and they actually put it in again, was just asking, you know, does she actually believe this stuff? Susan, new job, space trash haulers. Yeah. Well, it's really tiny stuff going at insane speeds. So, yeah, it's dangerous. Anyway, Laura Ingram. Laura Ingram. Hello, kitten. Will you come sit on my lap? Oh, the kitten. Oh, just a kitty. Come here. Come here, dear heart. The kitten. Look at the kitty. Look at the sweetheart. Get my hair out of your way. Oh, little purry kitty. Oh, put this up just a little bit. Look at that sweetness. Oh, look at that little purry kitten. You're so good. You're so good. There. You're very good. We're looking at Laura Ingram. She's awful. Yes, she is scary. First, I must moon my fans. Yes. Scary. I like that. No. Just rubbed up against my nose. All right. Okay. Laura Ingram. Laura Ingram. Okay. Hello, boy. Look at that sweet face. Can you guys hear him purring? All right. Laura Ingram. Card about decisions. Okay. Ooh, right behind that's the tower, but I don't know if that's not in the reading, so I don't know if that's related. But let's have a look at her cards. Laura Ingram. Yes, Bank Boo Boo felt a disturbance in the force when I mentioned Laura Ingram's name. It feels like Fox is going to have some business problems for a while. Oh, thank you. This feels like Fox News having some business problems. People fed up. You'd think that it would be the opposite, that it would really take off because Trump's out of power, so people want the comfort of getting that information that verifies their own views. But it actually feels like people are like mad at them, and maybe they go farther right, or maybe they just get fed up with politics. No, it's not that Fox is going to, I mean, Fox is not going to go under, but I'm reading on Laura Ingram, and it feels like there is certainly a very rocky patch at Fox. All right. Does she believe what she's spouting? Over there in the Fox News cinematic universe. Laura Ingram. I think she does. I think she does. Are any of her beliefs going to evolve? Her job is to communicate, even when it was little bully Trump. But here's an insult to injury. Trying to win back Republicans who voted Democratic. So that would actually be, yeah, she's trying to win them back. I don't know that it's by being any more moderate. It's just more a matter of the force of her personality, her will. So I'm not getting, it feels like it's just kind of keep on keeping on. So does she just keep going at Fox and keep on keeping on? You know how I always say that the bar has gone so low that I have this idea now that it's like, all right, with a lot of these people, I ask myself, okay, if I was trapped in an elevator for an hour with this person, would I be safe? Would I be okay? Yeah, I'd be safe with her. It feels like, yeah, there's no question of that. If she believes what she's saying, it would be best if we didn't talk about politics. But I'm not getting like dangerous crazy. She wouldn't be a laugh like Chuck Schumer. He'd get you laughing. He'd get you, it wouldn't be anything like that, but it would. She takes charge. That magician card. She would sort it out, and it would be like, I could help. Okay, but she would. Okay. Yeah, she's one of those. Yeah, I'm kind of picking up on that energy. She believes in the makers and the takers, that kind of thing. And part of it, I get this feeling that she'd be like, she'd be in charge of getting us out of there and getting things sorted out. And then she'd be like, they hardly did anything. And it's like, that's because you were obnoxious. You kind of pushed us all aside. So we just like, fine, you do it. Blame us. She's actually ready to move on from the Trump legacy. It's like, okay, fine. her mouth is going to get her in trouble at some point. Yeah, she definitely helps spout lies, and as more things come up and more is revealed about secrets and corruption from the Trump era, it's going to be a burden. But she'll be on the defensive. She'll stand up for her beliefs. I'm not getting a whole lot. Cylinder Sue, me, would I pull over and fight beside them if I saw them attacked? Dave, Laura Ingram sweats ice cubes. Cold woman. It's very what was her name? Is it Dagny Taggart? Was that the woman from Atlas Shrugged? Whatever that character, whatever her name was. Yeah, she thinks she's that. So, all right. Let's see here. What else have we got? Good. What else have I got? Because you guys have good questions. Let's see. Will New York actually prosecute Trump? That could be worth looking at. 32. New York actually prosecute Trump. All right, let's have a look at that. I know, Linda. Her mouth does get her in trouble, but I'm not picking up on a lot. But all right. New York. New York, New York. Are you going to prosecute New York? Boy, are we moving into new energy. I don't know if you, I mean, I'm sure you, I imagine you're feeling it too. But it feels we are moving into a new, very new energy. It's odd. I'm getting a very clear picture in my head of just like a New York City street. You know, with the condensation of the air coming up from some vents and noise, and not as many people on the street as there should be, but yeah, it's just clear, cool, cold, clear, cold day. It's odd. I don't usually just get like, I'm there. They've been voluntarily waiting. This is voluntarily holding still. All right. Are you going to prosecute Trump? New York State, Manhattan District Attorney. They're trying to get it all organized. They are just, this is just down in the weeds, in the papers, in the paperwork, their paper situation probably looks worse than mine. And I live in a state of paper, having too much paper in my life. Yeah, they're organizing is what they're doing now. All right, they're getting every last thing. So when they pull the trigger, it's going to have every T crossed, I dotted, you name it. And let me see if I can get any more. All right, so they're waiting now. They're getting everything organized. Are you going to indict, prosecute, arrest? Arrest. That would be nice. Hello, kitten. Hello, happy kitten. Are you going to arrest or indict or both? Charge. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The whole family. You think, oh, Eric will get off, or, Eric won't get it as bad, or Ivanka, everyone protects Ivanka, which is what I've been getting all along. It's like, oh, no, they're coming for all of them. All of them. And it feels like I'm getting like a story for, like in a history book, or the explaining something, the history of this time. It's like, and then, this is where Trump Tower was, or this is what's left of Trump Tower, and the New York State Attorney General or Manhattan District Attorney or came and sort of truth. Woo, boy. Yeah, they're just getting everything organized. Hey, Chad. There's Chad, Hangman. Oh, he's been able to get away with everything imaginable. You would have been fine if you hadn't run for president, Sniffy. You would have gotten away with it. You would have gotten away with it. But because what he was doing was so corrupt, and he got away with everything. But it's who he owes money to, the debts he's carrying. This is the only reason there's been a wait. It feels like this has already started in some respect. It doesn't feel like, oh, it started over here and then we're going to get this. It feels like, no, it actually, it's like it started here. And then happy Democrats got into power, suspension of the business and the his presidency, and then he very much runs out of money, which means basically it's not like, oh, from here. No, it's something about it. This has already happened. It's already started. It's very much already started. It's not in the beginning stages anymore. Hello. So let's see, it's 39. Is this going to happen right after the Biden inauguration? Let us look. Good kitty. No, Mr. Trump, I want you to be indicted. All right. Are they just waiting for the inauguration? And then boom, there's going to be more of a delay. Because you know there are flight risks, right? Oh, man. Oops, sniffy, it's not going to go well. Oh, hello, investigators, prosecutors, who were put off for so long. Oh, justice card right in the middle in a 5-card spread. Middle card's most important. Okay, so he's going to get settled in at Mar-a-Lago. But there's just some, they're just setting up the last bits, but there's a prosecutor. That feels like Letitia James. I do have the justice card right in the middle. So it's like he's able to go down to Mar-a-Lago or whatever it is. It feels like he's able to settle in a little bit. You're really going to wait? You're really going to wait? Actually, let me pick these up. Because if you wait, it's just more and more likely they're going to leave. Hello, dear heart. There we go. Well, okay, it is saying I went to shuffle the deck and I got the 10 of Swords here with when I cut the deck with the Chariot. So the swords in his political or financial backs or what have you, that he has been amassing for a long time, are going to come swiftly. Let me see. What you doing? What are you chewing on? You really gonna wait? Well, they definitely want to. Well, yeah, you want to wait until after the inauguration. We pretty much guessed that. I want to make sure that the presidency is over. Okay. And then serve him with papers. What's 44? What's going to stop the Trumps from leaving the country? From just leaving the country? Oh, that was interesting. Wait. That was a headline. NBC News, Trump's financial state could make him a unique threat to national security after he leaves office, ex-Intel official says. Well, yeah. $44.30. What's going to stop the Trumps from just leaving the country? All right, I'm getting like gingerbread cookies. So this is Christmas time. Christmas time is next month. Inauguration isn't until the end of January. I was picturing Ivanka, and I was getting a picture of Ivanka and Jared and like gingerbread cookies. I don't know what that was. But what's going to stop them from just saying, heck with you. See ya, suckers. Yeah, it's all secrets and smoke and mirrors behind the Trump fortune. See, I don't see why that would. I don't. If when they come for them and they have a lot of evidence and that they can take into court and what have you about how fraudulent all of this is. Heartache of the burden of this, that this could potentially just collapse their empires completely. So, what would stop them from leaving the country and going somewhere where there isn't an extradition treaty? But I am getting serious collapse of the empire. All right, 3 cards. I know I take their passport, but I haven't been getting a justice card. The little people coming for them fine will leave, but they're tempered from leaving. I'm sure that there is some legal thing they can do, but there's something here where I almost get the feeling like I can't understand it, because it has to do with they will lose so much money if they flee that it's unacceptable. They can't bring themselves to do it. See, I can't wrap my head around that. First of all, I wouldn't have done any of this stuff. But maybe they aren't welcome overseas because so much of their money's gone and they're out of power. Patty, Trump running for the Senate election in Georgia. Yeah, I read on that yesterday, actually. So the write-in thing. So anyway, that's what I'm getting for them. It's just very weird. 49. So I got that. Hang on. Let me get back here. Oh, yeah. Well, no. All right. That seems to be the main thing I've got here. I know there's some stuff going on right now. The news headlines here. There's something here about the top scientist seen as the architect of Iran's nuclear weapons program is assassinated near Tehran. Often referred to as Iran's Robert Oppenheimer. And someone said that Trump's taking credit. Doesn't say anything here about that. Or we could read on Trump's financial state being a threat to national security. What would you like me to read on? I still have some time. So I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Oh, it's gone cold already. Oh. Is there, well, Pam, I could ask on that. Is there, let's see, 50, 51, 30. Is there like money in Barron's name and name, etc.? That's one of the reasons that they were, Patty, I read on that yesterday about Trump and the senator for Georgia. So you could just, it's all time-stamped. You could just go back and see. So I covered that yesterday. Cindy, will the January 6th vote to accept the election? Accept? I thought it was on January 5th and an exception to the election. I'm sorry. Nancy asked, hang on. Cindy, I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sorry. Nancy asked about AG, Doug Jones, or Pete. Let's see. All right, 50. Doug Jones or Preet. Isn't it Bharara or something? Okay. All right. Let me just pull a few cards on each of those and see what we get. Hang on. All right, 3 cards on Doug Jones, 3 cards on Preet Bharara. Are you going to be Attorney General of the United States? Doug Jones, are you going to be Attorney General? Preet Bharara. Oh, Cindy, accept ACCEPT, accept the election, I think you mean, maybe. Sorry. Doug, no, for both of this, who's going to go after the Republican, the corruption? Who's going to go after it's really who is most likely to go after the corruption? That's the key thing. All right, Doug Jones. King of Cups, all right. That's Biden. Knight of Wands, taking action. Oh, quiet as a tomb. Hi. What are you doing? Have you lost your little fuzzy mind? What are you doing? You're tired is what you are. You're tired and cranky. He's tired and cranky. Okay, accept the okay, sure. All right, Preet. Oh, he's getting disappointment too. First, second, third card. For both of them, I'm getting cards of disappointment and silence. Tawana, AG is Sally Yates. Do we know that? Has it been announced? All right, let me see. All right, let me go back up. All right, you guys were asking, okay, will January, okay, so we're at 56 minutes. All right. Will Congress accept the January 5th Georgia election results? Breaking news, federal appeals court denies the Trump campaign's effort to revive a challenge to Pennsylvania's election results, ruling, quote, the claims have no merit, unquote. All right. 57. All right. Okay, so is Congress going to accept, it's Mitch McConnell and Congress and all of, well, actually it wouldn't even just be Mitch McConnell, but is Congress going to accept the election results? Should put some rest, sweetheart. I'll move this for you. There you go. There you go. A little tired kitten. Will Congress accept the election results? The Georgia election results in January. Oh, much gnashing of teeth. Much wailing and gnashing of teeth. Much wailing and gnashing of teeth. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Well, we're going into it with hope. America's going into it with hope, this runoff. Partnership. It's how things are done. And there are some people in Congress who just want things to go back to normal. But I mean, there could be some aggressive actions by some Republicans. We're going into this with hope, but these are both. See, these are Pentacles. We've got 3 Pentacle cards here, including the last 2, which in theory would make me think the Republicans are going to win, or at least one of them is going to win. Therefore, why wouldn't they accept it? But right in the center, I've got partnership among Democrats. Much wailing and gnashing of teeth. It was rigged. It wasn't fair. It was 50. Well, okay, 1 hour in. Do both Democrats win Georgia Senate seats? January 5th. Let's have a look at that. Kathy, is it split Dem Republican? It could be, but I'm going to start with do both Democrats win the Georgia Senate seats January 5th? Let's see. Do both Democrats win the Georgia Senate seats January 5th? Or for the election on January 5th? Both Democrats. Somebody's going to Congress who's never been there before. At least one. That's what they're saying. It's going to be a nail biter. It's going to be stressful. We know that. This is holding on to power like this, grasping. There's a rancor, but there's a major ending, major change. That's in the center. Okay. One 102:30. Okay, for the Georgia Senators, January 5th election. One Republican, one Democrat winning. Will the senators from Georgia in 2021, will one be a Republican and one be a Democrat? Georgia senators. One be Republican and one be a Democrat. All right, that's election day. I still think Republicans are going to have a harder time than they would normally because McConnell isn't doing anything about the pandemic, because people are hurting, because they had a hard Thanksgiving, they're going to have a hard Christmas. I think that's going to hurt them, but let's see. Is it going to be a split ticket? Split ticket as in split result, I should say. Is it going to be a split result in power? See, I'd say that the Democrats would win, but I've got a major ending. Major ending. I had the death card in the last reading. I've got the world card in the center right there. Okay. So I'm trying to work my way around this. 104:30. Okay. Georgia. Are both senators going to be Republican? Are both senators that go to Washington after the January 5th election, are both senators from Georgia going to be Republican? Are both senators going to be Republican? Well, certainly I'm getting shenanigans, election shenanigans. Lawyers, lots of lawyers. There's something, it's being challenged, challenges, wailing and gnashing of teeth. I mean, it's very it's not usually the kind of thing that Democrats do. It's the Republicans who usually act like that. Are both Georgia senators going to be Republican? I don't have a single pentacle here. Quiet as a tomb. Some hope. Message comes out that it was all stolen. The message goes out. That's the center of. This is the thief card. This is the insult to injury card. This is the message that goes out. So the last way I can look at this, if you'll indulge me, trying to work this out, like look at it from the different angles. 107. Will majority rule? Will the majority party in the U.S. Senate, Democrat or Republican? So the majority party who's got majority control. Majority party, majority control in the Senate as a result of these elections. Will the majority party in the U.S. Senate be Democratic or Republican? There's so much argument. There's so much fighting. I'm not only getting the normal kind of pond scum feeling of like corruption and stuff, but I'm also getting like little bolts of electricity and we certainly, yeah, we're all feeling very beaten up over these last 4 years. U.S. Senate. Please let this last card be good. Because that is Kamala Harris. Fingers crossed, knocking on wood. For all the corruption and the lies and the smoke and the mirrors and all those horrible judges are put through. Will majority party in the U.S. Senate be Democratic or Republican? I've got Kamala Harris and the White House, Joe Biden, who gets upgraded from the King of Cups to Emperor. There's going to be much gnashing of teeth. There's going to be much wailing and gnashing of teeth. And that's what I'm getting for that. Knocking on my own desk now. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, and Republicans crying fraud, exactly, Kathy. Check with other readers. I am not 100% accurate. No reader is. It's usually the consensus among us that is usually what happens. So, but that's very hopeful. I hope you can forgive me. I'm actually, it's it's almost quarter past, and I'm getting actually quite tired. So I'm going to just ask if there's a message for us, and then that's going to be it for me for today. But at 1:11, let's see if there's a message for us. Message for us. Thank you. Message for us. A message for us. Yeah, cocoa time, yeah. We have our president-elect. Oh my gosh, thank you, Alexandra. Thank you. That is very kind. Thank you. Oh, Kathy, I'm so sorry your head hurts. Thank you, Alexandra. Poor Kathy. We have our president-elect. Take comfort in that. Take comfort in that. Trump is flailing. He's just like that. That's how effective he's being. There he is again, right in the center. And the Trump dynasty will be seen for the smoke and mirrors that it is. We go back, or we go to we're actually moving forward into a more moderate period, into a more moderate way of governing, but taking action to make this happen. There's Biden, and then there's the Trump dynasty smoke and mirrors. That's our message. That's our message. We're going to be okay. We are. We're going to be okay. All right. So hang in there. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm here every day. All right. And I'll be taking questions tomorrow again, normally too. For my long-suffering patrons, tomorrow night is our monthly get-together, non-political readings and chats and way too many of my stories and hang out. So that's tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Central Time. And for all patrons. And then, but other than that, I'll be here every day. And there are good days ahead. There are good days ahead. All right, take care. All right. And I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, the world.